this is OCD Movie Reviews. My name is Owen DeBrinker and welcome to another movie review. Today's movie review is going to be The Gentleman. This movie is directed by Guy Ritchie and stars a talented amount of people including Matthew McConaughey, Charlie Hunnam, Hugh Grant, Henry Golding, Michelle Dockery, and Colin Farrell. Before I continue my review of The Gentleman, please make sure you subscribe to my channel and ring the bell for more movie reviews and other movie related content. The Gentleman tells the story of Mickey Pearson, played by Matthew McConaughey, who's this rich guy that owns this really huge marijuana company in London. And with all the other plots and shows in the movie, basically the other characters in the movie find a way to steal his domain and fortune. Now, Guy Ritchie, in my opinion, is a very unappreciated and very talented director. Most of the movies he's done are really underrated or at least unappreciated. I really like Snatch and Lock, Stock and Two Smoking Barrels. I thought they're very great heist films, and I think that's the thing that Guy Ritchie is very unique at. And those two movies are very underrated. Then continues off doing the Sherlock Holmes movies, The Man from U.N.C.L.E., which wasn't that good. I'm honestly not a fan of the Sherlock Holmes movies either, with Robert Downey Jr. and Jude Law. And then he's starting to come back up again with King Arthur Legend of the Sword, and in my opinion, Aladdin. I love both of those two movies, so I'm really interested to see this movie. I love the cast of the movie, and Guy Ritchie is now back doing his old school heist films like he did in these two movies, Snatch and Lock, Stock and Two Smoking Barrels. And I gotta say, guys, The Gentleman is absolutely one of my favorite movies of this year. I freaking enjoyed this movie. And what I love about this movie is that now Guy Ritchie is just back doing his own heist films. And he does heist films in the most unique way possible. And The Gentleman tells us a bright example of that. But before we get in full detail of how Guy Ritchie made this movie well, let's talk about the cast in the movie. The cast in The Gentleman was fantastic. Easily the best part about this movie is Matthew McConaughey. I love him in this film, and to me, I think it's one of his better performances he's done in a while, because Matthew McConaughey, before this movie, he'd done that movie, and yikes, and I'm like, that is not Matthew McConaughey. What happened? This movie brings him back. Matthew McConaughey was really great in this movie. Charlie Hunnam was a really great character in the film, and I love Charlie Hunnam. I love him in King Arthur Legend of the Sword, so this is his second film he does with Guy Ritchie. And I thought he does a really great job in the film. He plays like this really centric and smooth character, but he becomes badass when he needs to be. And Charlie Hunnam, you know he's great at those roles, and he's great in this film. Henry Golding in this film, now this is the thing that really was weird. It's like, Henry Golding has been in so many romantic comedies, you know, like Crazy Rich Asians and Last Christmas. He hasn't been in a different film before. And I gotta say, Henry Golding was really over the top in this movie, and probably my least favorite character in this film, but I'll still say he was great in this film. And I'm really glad he's in a different genre. Like, mostly he's in romantic comedies, and now he's trying something new, and I really appreciate him in this film. Speaking of that, Hugh Grant, another actor that has been in so many romantic comedies, my god, he nailed this role in this film. I gotta say, I want to see him in more different genres, because I think he was great in this movie. He plays this journalist that wants to make a movie, and he interviews basically Charlie Hunnam most of the movie, and he narrates for most of the movie. And the way this movie narrates, it narrates in the most unique and different ways possible. It kind of reminds me of Deadpool in some scenes, which Deadpool's right behind me, but the narration of the film by Hugh Grant, he does a phenomenal job in this movie. Colin Farrell is definitely the comedic relief in this film. He made me laugh so many times, and Colin Farrell, I know he's not much in the movie, but when he's on screen, he was great in this film. The whole cast in this film is amazing. Like, all the cast of this film is great. Even Michelle Dockery, I didn't mention either. She was great in the film also. Most of the cast of this movie was fantastic. But that is not the best thing about this movie. The best thing about this movie is its narrative, its structure. All the characters in the film, they're all straight to the point. We all get the characters' motivations, especially Matthew McConaughey's character and the other characters of the movie. And Guy Ritchie directs this movie really, really well with his style. His style of this movie is, of course, very fast-paced, like most of his movies he's done, but he makes his fast-paced motion in the film very, very smoothly. Like, sometimes there are quick shots of actors saying that thing and that thing, but they made it, like, so smoothly. It's really hard to say. You gotta watch the film and you know what I'm talking about, but the way Guy Ritchie directs this movie, it's so fantastic from start to finish. You can tell he's very passionate for this movie. He looks like he had so much fun writing the movie and directing the movie, because he also written the movie. And I thought he does a really great job using his style in this movie. And also the action scenes were very glorious shit, but also really exciting. This movie was a great black comedy film as well. This movie is just hilarious in a lot of stage of this movie. Like, I laughed so many times in this movie. And even there are a lot of unique aspects of this film that are so different than any other heist films. And thanks to Guy Ritchie, he brings that to life on the big screen. You can see he's very passionate. You see he wants to bring his imagination to life, and even the movie editing was interesting, and I think Guy Ritchie's vision of editing was very interesting in most of his films, and this is a movie that basically explains who Guy Ritchie is, and I really want to see more of his, because overall, I think The Gentleman is one of my favourite movies of the year. The story was really great, it was very smooth and fast paced. The cast is phenomenal in this film. This is a really good crime, black comedy action film that I think a lot of people should see. So far it's my favourite movie of 2020. I love the cast, the story was fantastic, and it's definitely the best movie that Guy Ritchie has done so far in his career. I'm going to give The Gentleman a 7 out of 10. So guys, that is my review of The Gentleman. Let me know what you think of this movie in the comments below. Do you like the movie, hate the movie, or you thought it's okay? Just let me know in the comments below. Make sure you guys follow me on Facebook, Stardust, Instagram, Twitter. Keep contacting with me, and make sure you guys subscribe to my channel, notified for my latest movie reviews, and have a nice day.